They say that love is blind, but sometimes you really have to wonder, how did Tom Brady end up meeting his supermodel wife? Did Martina Navratilova really marry a former Miss USSR beauty queen? Let's take a look at some famous athletes with incredibly gorgeous wives. Ashlyn Harris is a goalkeeper for the New Jersey-New York Gotham FC, although she's played on several teams. While she has her fair share of fans, her teammate Alexandra "Allie" Krieger has plenty of her own, having done incredibly well for herself as a defender. Harris and Krieger work together well as members of the New Jersey-New York Gotham FC, and for good reason. The pair began dating in 2010 and have been going strong ever since. Harris and Krieger announced their engagement during an interview with People magazine in March 2019. At the time, both women were playing for the Orlando Pride. In the interview, Harris described how they got together, saying, "We became really close friends, and we just hung out, we clicked, and we had so much in common." She went on to explain that they would sit next to one another on flights and bus rides, and their relationship developed from there. It took them 9 years, but they finally tied the knot in Miami on December 28, 2019. In early 2021, they adopted their daughter, Sloane Phillips.
Here she is. Hello, my baby.
Krieger and Harris are both attractive women, so either one would have found their way onto this list. The fact that they're together just makes them the perfect example of an athlete married to a gorgeous woman, because that's true of both of them. Luis Suárez plays striker for Atletico Madrid and the Uruguay national team, and his comfort with the ball has made him one of the greatest strikers to play the game. Since starting his career in 2005, he's managed to score more than 500 career goals and win 19 major trophies. This makes him Uruguay's all-time leading goal scorer in international play. With a record like that, you might imagine he doesn't have much time to meet and date, and that's actually true. Suárez doesn't need to, because he began dating Sofia Balbi when the two were 15 and living in Montevideo, Uruguay. Unfortunately, the Balbi family moved to Barcelona in 2003, but that wasn't the end of their relationship. Suárez committed to the love of his life, and he followed her to Europe so they could be together. Love stories like Suárez and Balbi's are few and far between. It was made all the sweeter in 2009 when the couple finally married and have since had 3 children together. Shortly after they wed, Suárez began playing for Liverpool, but this wouldn't last. He was able to switch to Barcelona in 2014 to move the family closer to Balbi's family. At the time, Suárez told the BBC, "Liverpool did all they could to get me to stay, but playing and living in Spain, where my wife's family lives, is a lifelong dream and ambition." Tom Brady is a name pretty much everyone who's ever flipped past ESPN knows, even if they've never watched a football game. Having won 6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots and 1 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he's widely considered to be the greatest quarterback to play the game. Despite this, Brady ended up meeting the woman he would eventually marry through a blind date. He was set up on the blind date by a mutual friend of himself and Gisele Bündchen, which she explained in an interview with Vanity Fair. If her name sounds familiar, you may recognize her as a former Victoria's Secret angel from 1999 until 2006, the same year she met Brady. Bündchen has graced the covers of over 2,000 magazines. In 2007, Claudia Schiffer called her the only remaining supermodel in an interview with 5 Tonight. She's also dabbled in acting, having appeared in numerous films and television series over the years. When she was set up on a blind date with Tom Brady, she was nearly as famous as he was, and they began dating right away. The couple married in secret within 3 years, and they've remained together ever since. Elena Donne is a small forward shooting guard for the Washington Mystics, where she led the team to win its first WNBA championship in 2019. Donne's career has been strong since she began playing for the WNBA in 2013, and she's won 2 WNBA Most Valuable Player awards. She's also played on 6 All-Star teams and was the first WNBA player inducted into the 50-40-90 Club, an informal stat used to rate the best shooters in the game. In August 2016, Donne revealed that she was engaged to her longtime girlfriend, Amanda Clifton. This was the first time the WNBA star spoke publicly about her sexual orientation, and she did so via an article in Vogue. The pair met through Donne's best friend, who was working as her assistant at the time. They had a casual dinner double date with the friends who introduced them, and before long, they were in a serious relationship. Clifton was the one who popped the question, and she did it on a dog beach. That's where they went for their second date, and it proved the perfect location for Clifton to attach the ring to their dog Wrigley's collar. Donne was shocked, and at first, she thought it was a joke. Of course, it wasn't a joke, and the couple became engaged. On November 3rd, 2017, the couple tied the knot at the Hempstead House in Long Island, New York, where they had a 6'4" wedding cake. Mike Fisher played center forward for the Ottawa Senators and Nashville Predators before retiring from professional hockey after the 2018 seasons. These days, Fisher is enjoying his retirement and newly granted U.S. citizenship, but for 20 years, he dominated the ice and was recognized for his efforts. In 2012, he was awarded the NHL Foundation Award for his, quote, commitment, perseverance, and teamwork to improve the hockey community. Fisher met his bride-to-be, Carrie Underwood, when he went to one of her concerts in 2008 after her bassist arranged for them to meet. Fisher found his way backstage, and the two hit it off right away. They officially became engaged on December 20th, 2009. According to the Ottawa Sun, they made it public the following day during the Senators' morning practice. On July 10th, 2010, they got married at the Ritz-Carlton Lodge in Greensboro, Georgia. They've since had 2 sons, and by all accounts, they're a happy family. Fisher is obviously well known in hockey circles, but his fame is somewhat eclipsed by his wife. Underwood has been a successful singer-songwriter since she won the 4th season of American Idol in 2005. Since then, Underwood has released several hits, including her debut single, Inside Your Heaven, which shot to the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Since then, she's put 7 Grammy Awards on the mantle, which may very well sit next to her husband's NHL Foundation Award. Dion Phaneuf is retired these days, but he was one of the hottest players on the ice for a couple of decades. He was a 3-time NHL All-Star who represented his native country of Canada internationally, winning silver and gold medals at the World Junior Hockey Championship in 2004 and 2005. Phaneuf played professionally for multiple teams before retiring from the Los Angeles Kings at the end of the 2019 season. Back in 2008, Phaneuf started dating Elisha Cuthbert. In 2012, the Toronto Star revealed that the couple announced their engagement. They shared the news with a group of surprised family and friends at a lobster dinner, where a good 20 lobsters were cracked into to celebrate the announcement. On July 6, 2013, they married in front of 300 guests, according to People. Phaneuf's wife has her own successful career as an actress, and if you're wondering where you've seen her, she's the girl next door. Literally, as in she played the titular role in 2004's The Girl Next Door.
What? You saw me? Yeah, right, like I'm gonna strip right here.
She's also played a prominent role on 24 and many other series, including the ABC comedy Happy Endings, which she headlined. Numerous magazines have recognized her beauty, with Maxim naming her TV's Most Beautiful Woman in 2013. Despite various cheating rumors and other celebrity gossip, the couple has been together for more than a decade.
Well, your phone's on ringer. It should be on silent.
They have a daughter together and split their time between Ottawa and New London, Prince Edward Island. If you're a soccer fan, there's a good chance you know about Abby Wambach. Though she's now retired, she spent several years at the top of her game. Wambach not only played soccer, she also coached, and she's got the accolades to prove just how amazing she was on the field. Wambach is a 6-time winner of the U.S. Soccer Athlete of the Year award. She's also won 2 Olympic gold medals and is a member of the National Soccer Hall of Fame. On top of that, she's the first soccer player to be named Athlete of the Year by the Associated Press. She was previously married to another beautiful soccer player, Sarah Huffman. That marriage ended in divorce in 2016, and a couple of months later, she began seeing Glennon Doyle. They met while Doyle was on a book tour, and they hit it off immediately. They announced their engagement in February 2017 and married in May of that year. Doyle is probably best known for her writing, though she's also a public speaker. Her books Untamed, Love Warrior, and Carry On Warrior all shot to the top of the New York Times bestsellers list. Doyle's books are memoirs, much of which is taken from her most popular blog posts. In Untamed, she delves into her divorce from her husband and marriage to Wambach. David Beckham is one of those names pretty much everyone knows, whether they've watched him play soccer or not. He played professionally from 1992 until 2013, ending a 20-year career that saw him take home 19 major trophies. He's also appeared on numerous magazine covers, in various films, and has become a pop culture sensation. It doesn't hurt his public image that he's also incredibly handsome. Of all the couples on this list, Beckham's is the longest lasting, as he met his bride-to-be all the way back in 1997. Then, Victoria Adams was best known as Posh Spice of the now legendary girl group, the Spice Girls.
Oh, you're right! Isn't that the posh one driving?
The two met after she attended a Manchester United match. Fittingly, they were given the moniker Posh and Becks by the media, and the BBC called them, quote, a celebrity tag team of glamour, wealth, and fame. Beckham proposed to Adams in 1998. They got married at a castle in Ireland, followed by an incredibly posh reception that the BBC estimated to cost around $1.43 million, 500,000 pounds adjusted for inflation, with a total of 437 staff members. The pair has remained together ever since, have had 4 children, and are considered a power couple in the eyes of the media. Steph Curry has been playing for the Golden State Warriors since he was drafted in 2009. Since then, he's gone on to become one of the greatest point guards of all time. He's also widely considered to be the greatest shooter in the history of the NBA, so there's no denying the man is incredibly talented. His list of accomplishments is long, and it includes setting the NBA record for career three-pointers and much more. Steph has been married to Ayesha Curry since July 30th, 2011, but that's nowhere near the beginning of their love story. The couple first met in a church youth group when they were teenagers. At the time, Steph was 15 and Ayesha was 14, but things fizzled out and they went their separate ways. Fast forward several years, and the two reconnected when Ayesha began pursuing an acting career in Hollywood. They began dating once more, and this time they were in it to win it. According to Essence, Steph proposed to Ayesha on his parents' driveway, a special spot because it's where they shared their first kiss so many years before. Soon after, they were married in the same church they met in nearly a decade earlier. Since then, the Currys have defined relationship goals, as their love for one another is at the forefront of their life together. They've since had 3 children together, and the whole family is often photographed together in public. Tennis star Martina Navratilova is well known throughout the world for her impressive career. She's won dozens of titles over the course of her 32 years of playing professionally. Her list of accomplishments includes breaking numerous records, reaching the top spot in singles and doubles, and much more. Her sexuality was outed via a New York Daily News article, and she's been open about it ever since. Over the years, she's dated several outstanding women. Still, it wasn't until she met Julia Lemigova that she finally found the woman she would marry. Lemigova was a beauty queen who won Miss USSR in 1990, making her the penultimate woman to do so before the breakup of the Soviet Union. She became the second runner-up at the Miss Universe pageant the following year. She then moved to Paris, where she opened Joya Spa, a well-being center where she sold her skincare and spa line, Russie Blanche. These days, Lemigova is best known as a cast member on the Bravo series The Real Housewives of Miami, making her the first such member to represent the LGBTQ+ community. The couple first met at a dinner party in Paris in 2000. They bonded over similar backgrounds, but they didn't begin to date at the time. That came several years later, and the two started out as friends. Navratilova proposed to Lemigova live at the US Open, on the Jumbotron. She said yes, and they married in December 2014.
I'm 58 years old, and I got married for the first time. It's about time, right?
Michael Jordan is widely known across the globe as one of the greatest professional basketball players ever. He played 15 seasons, won 6 championships, and his fame made him into a cultural icon. His ability to jump from the free throw line to slam dunk the ball earned him the title of Air Jordan and his airness. That skill got his name attached to a pair of Nike shoes, and the brand continues to dominate the market. Jordan spent a lot of his time on the court, but that didn't keep him from courting some amazing women. In 1989, he married Juanita Vanoy, and the couple had 3 children together. They eventually divorced following a failed reconciliation and have been apart since 2006. Jordan had several relationships following his divorce, but it wasn't until 2011 that he proposed to his longtime girlfriend, Yvette Prieto. The couple met at a club in 2007 after what Urban Daily called some freak dancing. They soon became a serious couple and were on their way to building a life together. The proposal was made on Christmas, and they were married in April 2013 at Bethesda by the Sea Episcopal Church. According to People, their wedding consisted of around 300 guests, and Us Weekly estimated the cost to be $10 million. They've since had identical twin daughters together, and Jordan became a grandfather in 2019. Rickie Fowler is a professional golfer who's been playing on the PGA Tour since his first event in 2009. Fowler is also the PGA Junior League Golf Official Ambassador, a title he was given in 2015. His golf career is exceptional, but his wife is probably more well-known. Outside the world of golfing, Allison Stoke is an American track and field athlete. She's also a fitness model, but her career in sports cannot be overlooked. She's won numerous honors and has competed since high school. She almost made it through the 2012 Olympic trials, but didn't reach the required height. She's also worked as a professional model, representing Athleta, Nike, and several other brands. She shot to international fame after some pictures of her competing went viral when she was only 17. According to Golf Digest, Fowler began seeing Stoke in 2017, which the pole vaulter made public via an Instagram post. The couple met after Fowler reached out to Stoke on social media. He revealed this in a video for Rocket Mortgage, saying, "It seemed like she was the kind of person that would fit with who I am." They hit it off pretty quickly and announced their engagement in June 2018. They tied the knot in October the following year. English field hockey player Kate Richardson-Walsh captained the England and Great Britain professional field hockey teams for 13 years. She retired from the sport in 2016 after the Rio Olympic Games. Her career saw her win a total of 19 medals, but she didn't act alone. She was a member of a team, and one of her teammates happened to catch her eye. That teammate was Helen Richardson, and the two began dating in 2008. As they dated and played together, they broke new ground. These two women are both beautiful, and on top of that, they've shattered some seriously astounding records. Together, they made history by becoming the first same-sex married couple to win gold medals at the Olympics. The whole team accomplished the remarkable feat, but the Walshes were instrumental in their victory. As the team captain, Kate commanded her team to a tie-breaking shot delivered by none other than her wife, Helen Richardson-Walsh. Helen's career on the field has been equally impressive. She's taken home numerous medals, including a bronze medal at the 2012 London Olympic Games. She's also won multiple championships, dominating the sport up until her retirement. The couple announced that they were expecting their first child, carried by Helen, in 2019. They've since given birth to a daughter and remain a power couple recognized around the world for their numerous accomplishments. Following their retirement, Daily Mail reported that the Richardson-Walshes have spent time speaking to students about overcoming the taboos of same-sex relationships. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.